I'm seeing things I shouldn't see. I'm dreaming things I've never seen.
You're beginning to think in images, concrete images. Hot, cold, light, dark, food, hunger, pain.
Hey guys, hey internet, it's Inkeater, and I figured we would talk tonight. There's no time lapse. Been busy dealing with life and just a lot of awesomeness that's come my way and continues to come my way. And it's just been really overwhelming and great, and I thought I'd share it tonight. Plus, I thought I'd share a few creations that we're actually working on for our Etsy store in a roundabout way. So I've talked about always making a zine, and I was really inspired to actually go forth with it when I watched a video by Fran. I believe her name is Fran the Nerd or Fran Nerd. I'll leave a link to her YouTube down below. She's a really cool artist. There's a lot of really cool artists on this platform, and it's just really cool. I don't normally talk about my process, and I think it's really cool. As of recently, I've been watching She Meets City and Fran Nerd and Beth B Rad with her Radness, I believe. And it's kind of cool to actually like watch artists. I never realized that before as an artist because I just never ventured into that realm of YouTube. But it just didn't interest me really. Like, I think the most that I used to watch is, I can't think of her name right now. Mary Doodles. Other than that, really wasn't a huge, avid watcher of other artists. But let me know down in the comments below. I know a few of you have commented. I can't think of what your name is. Amy's Design, I believe. She's another really cool artist who teaches you different ways and different techniques of actually drawing things realistically, which I love. I think it's kind of cool how each artist has their own take on things. But I'll leave a link to all those artists that I've mentioned down below. But like I said, I've discovered a lot of artists through the comment section on my YouTube channel, or just commenting on these other artists' channel, and it's kind of cool because being exposed to other artists, like actually getting outside of your own little bubble. And I was kind of doing that with a lot of Comic-Cons and art shows, but then again, like sometimes like you're in your own zone and there's walls, so to speak. But it's been really cool, and I was, like I said, inspired by Fran Nerd when she took this class, not at NYU. Can't think of which college it was. Regardless, she was talking about zines, and she was actually doing one that's a different type of fold that I have somewhere up there. I toyed with the idea. I'm gonna do a zine of that nature where it folds in that mechanism from 11 by 17. But right now I'm working on this one, which is I talked about basically taking all my badass ladies of horror that I drew this Inktober and turning it into a zine that you can purchase in my Etsy store. And this is kind of like the prototype, because I've actually like just folded these pages together just to see what it would look like. I laid it out in InDesign. I have my notes here of things that I want to do or things that I want to add to the actual book. Like, so this is like an edited version of it. Flipping through, there's a few images that I'm gonna readjust so it flows a little bit better from page to page. I'm actually missing a character too. I'm missing Blood Rain, so I need to add her in before I decide to print these. But I'm kind of stoked to actually see like a physical product of it. And the reason I came up with the zine idea it's not actually my own idea. I saw other artists who participated in Inktober, like I believe her name is Nata Soup. Becca Hilburn, I believe is her name. She's one of the few artists that I did follow in the past just because she talked about art supplies and different, and she gave a lot of tips about where you can find that particular art supply, or she would really critique them to see whether or not it was something that was of interest to you, which I was kind of like, oh, I really like this. But as a result, I realized when she was doing a few craft shows, she would show off her table and she would showcase zines, and I started to realize that all of her zines, most of them are from Inktober's, and I was like, that is really freaking cool. I never thought about putting all of my Inktober drawings in a book, and it's been suggested to me in the past, but I just never went through with it. but it's kind of fun because I've actually done it with this Badass Ladies of Horror. Now I'm thinking of going back and doing one for my horror movie poster drawings, and then my horror movie characters, and so on and so forth. Just because I think they're really cool to flip through, and plus you can like actually tear one out and basically frame it in a way, like in a 4x7 or a 5x7. But yeah, this is a thing that I'm working on, and I'm kind of stoked about it. I don't have the front cover. I don't know where I put that. But that is something that I'm working on. Beyond that, I actually finalized the sticker design for Stanley of the drawing that I did. I'm actually really impressed with the printer quality that I'm getting from the printer that I bought recently. And the Cricut machine is amazing. I've recently done a lot of things on it to where it's actually been worth it. Granted, I have a few opinions about the machine and a few gripes, but that I figure I will save for another video. Beyond that, I've shown you guys the Goonies sticker that I was working on. I think I want to do the text in black. Basically, feel free down in the comments below to let me know, should I make the text black or should I leave it white? I've been debating this for a while. I think I should just print it out with the black lettering and see what it looks like. And maybe do a poll on Instagram, because I personally just can't make a decision about this one. Another thing that I need to do, so that it's not two separate stickers, is attach this piece a little bit more to this piece to create like a bridge, because what's happening is it's cutting them as two separate pieces, and I figure that's not going to be too much fun for somebody who's actually placing the sticker. So that's a thing. Beyond that, that's pretty much it this week. But let me know down in the comments below, if you're an artist, like, what is something that you're currently working on that you're absolutely stoked about? For me, it would honestly have to be this zine and the stickers that I'm making, because it's kind of a game changer when it comes to my Etsy store. Plus, it's also something that I've wanted to reintroduce to my store, but I couldn't justify the way that I used to make it, especially with how time-consuming it was. But I loved the whole process of it. But anyway, that's a story for another day. Let me know down in the comments below, what's something that you're working on, whether you're an artist or a creator, or just your average Joe Schmo who's basically working on watching all the episodes of Stargate. Or is that just me? Anyway, I hope you guys are doing awesome, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye!
Whatever it is that you believe you're seeing, it's not real.
Seeing things before they happen.
Things are not always what they seem in this place. So you can't take anything for granted.